What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Crew 2, and well, as y'all know, it is Wednesday, which means the new summon is now live, and for this week we have the Dominion Series Phase 2, but before we jump into that, let's go over the items and the up-and-coming summits real fast here. So obviously in silver we have the Jeep Wrangler, which I would say most players probably already own that vehicle, so if you do, you'll just get the money back for that. And then in gold we have the Rally tire, which does honestly look kind of cool. I personally don't run any of the tires all that often though. And then in platinum we have the Loot Digger Boosted for the Hypercar class, which is honestly a really good set because we all know how long some of those races can be, and getting more parts out of those is going to be something I think everybody's going to go after. Then moving over to the next summit is going to be the Summer Tide with the McLaren Senna on the cover there. I love that car. In silver we have the legendary half set boosted for the streetcar class, which I think could be a pretty decent set to go after. I mean, it's going to be a score breaker, which normally isn't used on that class all that often, but I do plan on testing it out more because I feel like it might actually be useful for summits, so I will be doing a little bit of that. Then in gold we have the BMW M4, which I would say many players already own this vehicle as well, so if you do, you'll just get the money back for that car as well. And then in platinum we have the Aquatic Splash Smoke, which I honestly think would be pretty cool as well because a lot of the smokes are honestly pretty awesome. I've been using them a lot more often lately because I do like the detail of a lot of them. And then jumping into this summit is basically going to be all hypercar and street races, which I think is going to be a really fun time. We also have an Escape there, which a lot of players might not like that one. Most likely going to end up using the Corvette on that, then a low altitude, and then a speed trap as well. So I think this summit's going to be a good time. Then moving over to the Dominion Series Phase 3 is going to have the Platinum Reward, which will be the Orange Smoky Nitro. That does look kind of cool. I hope it's very detailed because it is a rare one, so I hope that's actually going to look good. And then in gold, the Fang Magnet Boosted is going to be a score breaker set, which I do think that's actually bugged out. I don't think it's supposed to say that, but I will have to definitely test that set out a little bit more once I get it. Then moving over to the next summit after that's going to be the Japanese Drive, which is bringing back the Honda S2000 Red Panther Edition, which I personally really do like this car a lot. I actually do enjoy driving it around. It's honestly really fun, it's fast, and it also handles pretty well, and this car does look really cool. I do love the design of it. And then in gold we have the Rally Inner Purple tire, which does look pretty cool, but I personally will probably not be running that. And then in silver we will have the Blinking Red Underglow, which I don't really run those either, although a lot of them are pretty cool to actually use. And then finally we'll have the Dominion Series Phase 4 after that. So I think all the summits coming up are going to be a lot of fun and also offer a lot of great rewards. And now moving over to the Dominion Series Phase 2 Summit, we're going to start off here with the Escape, which I think might be on the annoying side for this week at least. I did end up running the Lamborghini Egoista, which to my surprise is still one of my favorite hypercars to run. Even compared to some of the Bugattis, I'm honestly very impressed with this vehicle. You could obviously run the Koenigsegg Regera, which is probably going to be a good option as well. You also don't have to shift that car if you are in manual, but I do recommend trying out the Egoista for this. And the biggest thing about this one is basically dodging the trees and getting to the road as fast as possible, and then basically going as fast as you possibly can running Nitro Chemist and trying to get away from the circle, because I noticed on this one it does move pretty dang fast. And then moving over to the Aerobatics skill here is honestly going to be pretty straightforward. I ran the Zivko Edge, which is still my favorite plane in the game to use pretty much for all of these. I highly recommend trying this one out. The Harman Rocket 3 is still very good, but I do recommend trying out the Zivko because I love the stability of that plane. And then moving over to the Slalom this week is going to be on the Golden Hills racetrack, which I do find this one to be really fun to do. I also ran a street car this time because I wanted to change it up, and funnily enough, I tried out the BMW M8 with a score breaker set on it, and I actually was missing skilled on one of the parts. I still got 24,000 points on this, so I would definitely recommend trying out other classes on these guys. I think they can all actually do it, and you can see basically 3,000 to 4,000 points over here. Everyone's getting about 800 to 1,000 points more than me, and I basically just ran a regular street car, so having that rally raid set really is not going to make much of a difference at all on these, which is awesome. Then moving over to the first street race is going to be with the Dodge Viper, which I would actually say is not a bad car in any way. The Viper seems to actually be pretty good with its handling and stability, and even the speed doesn't seem to be that bad when coming at a corner, so honestly the Viper actually is not a bad car, especially compared to a lot of the other street cars for that matter. But one big tip I can give on this race, guys, is try to stay on the road as much as you possibly can, because a lot of the turns you can cut, and it's kind of hard not to go off-road sometimes to try to get to the road as fast as possible. But I do recommend staying on the road as much as you can because that will definitely improve your time on this event. And then moving over to the Rallycross event will be one of the Forsberg races, which I found this one to be really fun to do, and I also decided to run a different vehicle on this. So for this, guys, I decided to run the Ford Fiesta because I wanted to mix it up from the quote-unquote meta vehicles, I guess you would call it. The Cadillac and the Mitsubishi are obviously going to be the best cars in this class, and they're honestly insanely good. Now, the Fiesta's not going to be as fast as those, but I was kind of surprised how good this car did. I got 130,000 points, and I did notice the Forsberg races seem to be very forgiving forgiving with the scoring, which honestly is not a bad thing because it will give you a chance to actually improve and get better on these events. Like, for example, my friend got 3,000 more points than me with 6 seconds almost difference there, which is kind of crazy. Then moving over, we will also have pretty much the same thing with the touring car event over here. This one will also be very forgiving, which I did find these a lot of fun, and I'm not even going to lie, guys. The Nissan GTR Nismo is going to be a really good car in this class. I feel like it's actually very good. I would even put it like top 5 compared to the others because I was honestly really surprised with the handling and overall stability, and the speed of the Nissan is going to be really good even compared to like the CCGT or the Renault. I might end up testing it out more in the future to really see what it can do. And then moving over to the Rally Raid race, I also decided to take a different approach with this one as well. I ended up running the Land Rover Defender, which only does like 160, and the Ford Raptor Enforcer unit's going to do like 175, so that car is obviously going to be faster. I do not think the Land Rover is better than the Ford in any way, but I did want to mix it up just to see what one of these vehicles can do, and to my surprise, the Land Rover really isn't all that bad either, and the Navajo Trail could be a pretty interesting Rally Raid race to do because of the weird turns in this one, and the routes you basically have to pretty much change going along this race the entire time. Then moving over to what is probably the most annoying event in this entire summit is going to be the Motocross event. I personally really enjoyed this one a lot. I did run the KTM on this one. I got a minute and 52. I could probably do better on this one because I honestly wasn't doing all that great on this one either. I was definitely messing up on a lot of the turns and probably some of the jump areas as well, because I do want to mention this. You guys can actually dodge the jumps in a lot of the areas, which will definitely improve your score overall, but a lot of these events do have soft caps, so you really can't get much higher than like 135k or whatever, like 137, once you get an insane score for that matter. But moving over to the last one's going to be a Rallycross race mixed with a Rally Raid event, which is kind of funny. We have not seen this in a while, and to my surprise, the C3 really wasn't all that bad for this event because, well, we all know this is a Rally Raid course, and the C3 actually did better than some of the Rally Raid cars, which is honestly making me laugh pretty hard. But I do recommend trying out my settings on this car, guys. It did do pretty dang good. I got 2 minutes and 54 seconds on this one, where you guys can actually ride on the legit dirt roads. Make sure you do stay on those as much as you can because that will definitely improve your score a lot because the car can go a lot faster. Having nitrochemists in this race is going to be very important because, well, you really can't get the full speed of the Rallycross vehicle on this terrain. I believe it does like 145, so being able to pump your nitrous as much as possible is going to be a really important thing here. But nonetheless, guys, if you have any questions at all, let me know in the comments below. Here's the summit.
you